Hello Leo, and welcome to your new moon in Libra reading. My name is Jennifer with Aqua Mood for those of you that are new here. Just as a reminder that these new moon readings are good from new moon to new moon. So this is going to be covering energies and themes available to us for this full lunar cycle, which is approximately a month. And as always, I've already meditated and pre-shuffled all the decks so that we can get started right away. I am using different decks for this reading compared to the ones that I normally use, but it's because I felt we needed a little shift in energy. But it's still going to be the same format. So at the center of your reading, Leo, you have surrender outdated beliefs about yourself, letting go of limited ideas about yourself that originate from the past. Then you can own your power and soar in life. And so this tree is bringing me attention to fall season, right? Letting go of leaves that have turned colors, letting go of things, ways of being, ways of thinking of ourselves that are just no longer true. So to me, this is talking about you growing, you becoming a new you, and taking in and checking in with yourself of what and where you can release so that the new you does begin to emerge and blossom. On a conscious level, you've got surrender to miracles. It says be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. And so this to me is talking about opening yourself up to trusting, opening yourself up to believing in something greater coming through. While I was shuffling the deck for you guys, there was a very reverent, very slow, mindful energy that was coming through, but there was also an energy of not trusting that was also coming up. So I definitely feel like that energy is speaking to opening yourself up to something more. Especially I'm getting at the end of the month, around the next full moon or the second full moon of this cycle. Subconsciously, you have surrender frustration, and it says frustration doesn't open any doors. The key to resolving a dilemma or dissolving a block is to take a breath, center yourself, and regroup so you may approach the situation more calmly. And so again, this is also talking to me about taking inventory of where you might be trying to force things, of where you might be trying to rush things, because it's cultivating like that energy of frustration or feeling like you're trying really hard in a certain area of your life and things aren't panning out. So instead it's causing resistance within your body. Required for resolution is surrender to success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. And this to me is talking about you guys standing at the door of success. It's talking to me about looking towards the future, right? Like you guys are there. And so within tapping into the idea of miracles coming through for you, it's going to help amplify how quickly you cross this threshold. And then also within checking in yourself of letting go of trying to force it, right? It's almost like leaning more into this energy of being supported and not so much of having to force things. That's going to help you ease to the other side of this energy. And you've got surrender to divine timing as your outcome. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough, in quotations, according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. And that is where the message of trust that I was talking about a bit ago is showing up. That is where your frustration is showing up and saying it's not manifesting. I've been doing such and such. Nothing's changing. Everything's the same. I'm spinning my wheels. And these first layers of readings are saying that is not the case. There are things unfolding, and to help yourself with this process is to embrace the notion of surrendering to miracles. So let's pull some tarot to get clarity on all of these energies. The center of your reading, you have Five of Cups as being surrendered and Knight of Swords as coming up for you. And so Five of Cups is talking about letting go of sadness, of letting go of heartache, of letting go of maybe disappointment, of just the things that didn't work out. Some of you might be mourning things that didn't pan or have experienced some type of loss. And so you're still very much feeling that sadness within your energetic body, and you're being encouraged to do what's necessary to let it go. And again, this energy of release is connected to the surrendering the outdated beliefs of yourself. So be very mindful if you are creating stories as to why things didn't work out or why certain things turned out, and making them mean something about you, because chances are you're coming to the wrong conclusions about yourself. And then you have Knight of Swords coming up for you, and this is talking about fast movement, forward movement, quick action, maybe new information coming in to help move you forward along your process. So you don't have to stay stuck in this energy of releasing for long. You can actually move through it quickly if you choose. You have the Chariot as being released, and Three of Cups coming up for you. So this to me is talking about you might not be moving as quick or as fast as you want towards a situation or towards a goal or towards the outcome of a particular dynamic, because again, you're being asked to surrender to divine timing, while you might want to go ahead and move forward and rush and push to get somewhere or to obtain something specific. The Chariot is coming through to say, not quite so much, not so fast, kind of like a hold your horses when it comes to this bigger project that you might be working on, or this bigger manifestation that you're trying to pull through. And you have Three of Cups showing up for you. And this to me is instead talking about, can you shift your energy to a much more playful way of being, I very much associate this with making time for friends, making time for family, for celebrating, for enjoying. Again, you have that full moon coming up, especially towards the end of October. Seeing the areas where you can bring like lighthearted and fun energy for yourself, because it's going to help raise your vibration to move you quickly. It's almost like if you get stuck in your head thinking when and how this is going to come through, it's only delaying you even more. You've got Ten of Swords as being released and the Sun as coming up. So this Ten of Swords is talking about, again, surrendering things that have died, for lack of better words, just things that are no longer coming back to life, things that no longer serve you. And because holding on to these notions, and they could be very, very pertinent just to you, ways of being, ways of thinking, old patterns, behavioral traits, just things that are no longer ready to move forward with you. You're asking to release it, right? It's going to help ease some of that frustration that you might be holding inside. And you do have the sun coming up, and that is a Leo card. And this is talking about clarity and transformation, and happiness, illumination to a certain situation as well that is coming or bubbling up your way. But there are things that you have to surrender or choose to surrender in the meantime. Have the Five of Swords is being released, and the Wheel of Fortune coming up. So this is again talking about letting go of situations where you might have felt betrayed, situations where you might have been hurt, hurtful dynamics, stories that you have been telling yourself, also notions of difficulty, notions of struggle, especially when it comes to your success, or somehow holding on thinking that this is going to be a difficult road that you're going to be on, or maybe that it's too there's too much to overcome. And this Five of Swords is saying, like, no, this is a limited belief, and it's time to let go of these energies as well. And nonetheless, you have the Wheel of Fortune coming up, and this is a turn for the better. This is things looking up. This is change coming. This is a chapter turning. This is a chapter turning towards your path of success. So even if you are fighting some of these energies, or even if you're holding on to some of these energies, it's like the universe is still on your side, and it's still going to gently push you and nudge you to where you need to be. So you don't have to worry so much about messing it up or getting your timing wrong, or worry about, like, maybe you're gonna miss a window of opportunity and it's gonna set you back. Instead, it's asking you to be a lot more in this energy of lightheartedness, of fun, of trust, of opening yourself up to miracles. Being released is the Magician, and coming up for you is the Tower. So the Magician is a card about manifesting, about creating. And so the message that I'm getting from these two, put with the divine timing, is don't feel like you have to force or do things or make things happen. Allow yourself to be surprised in a positive manner. I'm not getting that this Tower is like a crumbling of like your life. It's more like allowing yourself to be divinely surprised, and it's like letting go of control, or even asking for discernment of where you can let go of control so that you can be surprised. All right, let's pull some more tarot to clarify these energies. And I'm also getting, before I keep going, that some of the sadness that you might be feeling or experiencing are stories that you're creating yourself. It's almost like your own thoughts are making you sad, or you're telling yourself stories or conclusions about yourself, and it's that energy that's keeping you almost stuck. Alright, so for this part of the reading, I like to read the cards on the left first so we can look at energies that are looking to be released or surrendered, and then we look at the cards on the right for energies coming up. So at the center of your reading, you have the Eight of Ariel, which is Eight of Pentacles. And this is talking to me about some of you guys might be a little bit worried when it comes to your work or putting in the time, or trying to get things perfect, or some of you might not even be moving forward enough because you feel like you have to have things right or perfect to make any type of progress. So it's almost like notions of perfectionism might be slowing you down or might be stopping yourself, and this is not the case. This is talking about allowing yourself to take baby steps, slow and steady progress, readjusting, shifting as you go, and allowing yourself to learn along the way, to enjoy the process. You have Page of Gabriel as energies being released. And it says, I'm going to read it to you very briefly. It says, follow your passion. You are ready for any challenge, opportunities for excitement and adventure. And so I'm getting again that you're being talked to in regards to maybe a career or a passion project or something that would excite you. And so this might be where some of your frustration is coming from, and not feeling like you're seeing enough progress, or feeling like you're not quite doing something right enough. And this is saying this is not the case. As long as you stay anchored in your passion, it's going to be okay, even if the progress forward is not something that you readily see. You have Knight of Raphael coming up, which is Knight of Cups. And this is an energy of it's like letting go of emotional dramas, letting go of emotional baggage, for lack of better words. For some of you, this might be referring to romantic situations or matters of the heart. In any case, it's like recycling these stories in your head is not going to bring forward any peace. So when it's talking about things that have ended, it's talking about like more emotional cycles. It's not talking about like the ending of a job. It's more like there's emotional cycles or connections or baggage, depending on what this speaks to specifically. And we're surrendering the Empress. And this to me is talking about, it's again talking about like divine timing. As long as you can stay in that energy of cultivating, of nurturing, of having like that patience of growing a plant, is what I'm getting, instead of like forcing, doing, rushing, feeling pressured or limited, like things have to get done. It's surrendering to that Empress energy. And you have surrender to new beginnings. And it says starting a new life, finding a purpose, a forgiving and compassionate review of the past. So this is asking you again to take inventory of what you do want to let go. Take inventory of difficult situations. Again, taking inventory about beliefs of yourself. Experiencing or expressing compassion, opening your heart to your own self and your own healing process. At the center of your reading, you have Eight of Gabriel, which is 8 of Wands, and it says a great deal of activity, sudden and immediate results, important communication. So this is basically like this energy amplified. So you are going to be experiencing quick shifts. You are going to be experiencing quick movements, or things might start to go quicker than you realize. But it's like while you're moving quickly through this cycle, become aware of your energy, become aware of the things that you can leave behind, become aware of the things that you don't need to bring with you. You've got the moon coming up for you, and it says the opportunity to improve your plans, listen to your intuition for accurate guidance, face your fears, and grow stronger. And to me, this is like triple moon guidance energy coming through here for you. And so you are being encouraged to tap into your intuition. You are being encouraged to trust. You are being encouraged to ask for higher guidance and let go of control, especially towards the end of October. And it's like opening yourself up to mystery, because you don't really need to know everything just yet. You have 10 of Raphael coming up, which is 10 of coins. And I'm going to read it to you, and it says, love and blessings fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, happily ever after. And you have happily ever after amplifying happily ever after sun energy. And so this frustration that you're feeling, any endings that have come or that have been lingering in your energetic field, it's like let it go. It's no longer serving you. And on the other side of this, you have so much illumination and happiness and success. And this is a very personal, right? Because this is 10 of Cups. And so this is talking about happiness, like emotional happiness, emotional fulfillment. And so it's also talking about like happy home, happy life, whether you are single or you have home and family with others that you live with. It's still talking about being very happy within yourself. You have 8 of Michael, which is 8 of Swords. And I'm going to read it to you, and it says, you can be free. Make a courageous choice to change your situation, not seeing things clearly. And so some of you guys might be pushed to make a specific choice when it comes to your career or your success. And it's finally like finding that freedom, finding that ability to just like breathe and know that you are on the right path. So again, any notions of feeling stuck, any notions of feeling like you're not moving quick enough or getting anywhere quick enough, it's not going to be around for long. It's like you're almost tying up like loose strings of things you can let go of. And you've got the 10 of Michael. I forgot what other sign got this card in that same position, but it says a situation has ended and you are finally free. New opportunities for happiness will now follow. Put the past behind you. So I'm getting, Leo, that some of you guys are finally like tying up the loose strings when it comes to a specific situation, because you have 8 of Swords as freeing yourself, and then this is talking about being finally free. And again, it's talking about letting go of something. So this cycle, I would say, is about you releasing things that no longer serve you, releasing, again, it can be a situation, a cycle that you've been working on, patterns, ideas, especially revolving around yourself. But I would say the key to your success this month is this card right here, and I'm going to read it to you again because it's so important. And it says, be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that miracles can happen. So I'm getting that this card and this message is your lifeline to finally like wiggle your way out of these lingering energies, and you have so much emotional happiness coming for you, and intuition and creativity. So let's pull a chakra card to close out your reading, Leo. And you have Fire Agate, and it talks about vitality, creativity, and protection. Fire Agate, it's a root and sacral chakra stone, and it says fire agate stimulates creativity, brings fiery courage and persistence, lights the fires of sexuality, and fills you with a zest for living. You have pulled this card because you are in need of more in the body, life force, energy. Meditate with fire agate for a boost in your passion, drive, and vitality. So absolutely, Leo. And I want to say the first two signs, that's Aries and Taurus, also got this exact same card. So I'm getting that maybe the collective might be feeling a little sluggish or barely dragging, and it makes sense as we go into Mercury retrograde. That might be feeling like that slow, like I don't know that I have the energy to push through this entire cycle. So this is where that boost in vitality is coming through for you guys. So I'm going to leave it right there, Leo. If this message resonates, check out the collective energy session that I do every month for the collective, and I'll be sure to address cleansing and vitalizing of root and sacral chakra. All right, Leo, have a wonderful new moon, and we'll see you guys at the next one. Bye.